I need to know, I need to know, I need to know. You need to know, you need to know, you need to know. What do you need to know? Do you know some of the reasons or some of the causes of fear in people? And you know that a fear leads to hatred. So what are the causes that makes people to be looking down on others or be afraid or hate each others? So hatred in people can arise from a variety of psychosocial, that means psychological, social, environmental factors. So this thing can lead or can be the root cause of hatred and fear. Number one, fear of misinformation. When there's fear of misinformation about other, about community, about situation, there will be maybe somebody is now looking for a way to pull you down. So fear of misinformation. People often hate what they don't understand. Lack of knowledge or exposure to different cultures, beliefs or lifestyle can create fear without turning into hatred. Misinformation or propaganda can reinforce negative stereotypes. Number two, personal pain and trauma can cause hatred. Personal pains and trauma. Past experiences such as betrayal, abuse, disappointment, rejection can lead to resentment and hatred. Sometimes unresolved anger from personal struggles is projected onto others. That's why before you can forgive others, forgive yourself. If you don't forgive yourself, what the reason why you forgive others will still come back and you create that hatred again. Number three, causes of hatred. Group identity and tribalism. What do I mean? People often feel a deep connection to their own social, political, or cultural group. When another group is seen as a threat, it can create hostility. This can be fueled by nationalism, religious differences, or political ideologies. So you have to know that group identity and tribalism can cause hatred. Number three, social. Number four, social influence and upbringing. Your background, how you are being brought up, can lead to hatred. So, what do I mean by that? Hatred is often learned from family, maybe from your parents, how they interact with each other, community, where you live, when you see people fighting with each other, or they love each other. So it will surely affect tells in your character. Growing up in an environment that promotes prejudice can normalize hate. You have to know that. Number five reason, competition and scarcity. Competition and scarcity. What do I mean by that? When people feel resources like jobs, like lands, opportunities, even women, there are some communities that they don't have enough women. There are some communities they don't have enough men. So such a thing can bring competition. And when there is competition and scarcity, people tend to be fearful, to be afraid, and not to lose what they love. And such thing can create hatred. So when there is also economic struggles, often increase hostility towards certain group of people. Number six is what I call psychological projection. Psychological projection can also cause hatred. How? Some people project their own insecurities or failures on others. Oh, because you are the one that made me to fail, you are the one that made me to this, you are the cause of my problem, you are the cause of this or that. Instead of them to look inward, they'll be putting the blame on others. Blaming others for personal or societal problem can create deep resentment. So you have to know that. Number seven, medical or cultural reinforcement. Medical or cultural reinforcement. Movies, news, and social media can fuel hatred by constantly portraying certain group negatively. When you are always putting bad news about certain group of people, about individual, you are creating enmity between the two people. So at times when you see something that can create enmity, all you need to do is just wave it. Wave it so that you will not be somebody that is contributing negative things in the society. So media and cultural reinforcement can cause hatred. Movies, news, and social media can fuel hatred by constantly portraying certain group negatively. You don't see anything good in that person. Algorithms that reinforce echo chambers can deepen biases. So you have to know that. Number 8 is what I call dehumanization. Dehumanization, seeing other as less than human. You know, there are some people seeing black as they are non-human being or other thing, they are not contributing to. So when you are seeing other race, when there's tribalism, when there's other people thinking they are higher than others, so makes it easier to justify mistreatment of violence. So historical events like genocide and slavery often begin with this process. So how to counter-react this virus in the society? Number 1, education and exposure. When there's education, learning about different perspectives reduce fear. When you are educated, it reduces fear. So number 2, empathy and understanding. Putting yourself in someone else's shoes can reduce resentment. Put yourself in what they are passing through. Oh, if I'm the one this thing is happening to, if this person is doing this thing to me, how am I going to react? When somebody is already down, you don't need to push them down. You don't need to step on them. All you need to do is try to bring them up. So by having empathy and understanding what they are passing through. Number 3, how to counter-react hatred. Number 3, critical thinking. Make sure you have critical thinking. Questioning biases and misinformation helps prevent irritation and hatred. By questioning some of the informations, you have to scrutinize some of the informations that there are some allegation about somebody. Move closer to that person. Do your own personal investigation. Don't rely on the news or information given to you. You yourself do your own investigation to know, to ascertain that is it right or they are wrong. Number 4, how to counter react hatred. Number 4, open dialogue. Conversation with people of different background can bring stereotype. Conversation, dialogue, bringing people together to ask questions. When you ask questions, let them also contribute. Don't force so many things on their throat that they have to do it. Let them also have a say, because they are also human beings. Even though their contribution is not going to be meaningful, but let them have a say. Even though you are not going to implement their contribution, let them have a say. So therefore, these are the things that causes hatred. You can also put your own down. Say number 1 is about fear and misinformation. Number 2, personal pain and trauma. Number 3, group identity and tribalism. Number 4, social influence and upbringing. Number 5, competition and scarcity. Number 6, psychological projection. Number 7, media and cultural reinforcement. Number 8, dehumanization. And what are the things that we can use to eradicate it? Education and exposure, empathy and understanding, critical thinking, and open dialogue. God bless you. God be with you. God will touch your heart in all areas of life. Amen, amen, and amen. Shalom.